Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. We're here in the kitchen at Honeybee Hollow Gardens once again, and my name is Taylor. So I am bringing you guys the video that came in high demand, my chicken stock recipe. So we'll go ahead and get started. All right, y'all, so we have our chicken stock going, doing chicken and dumplings tonight. So I'll be using this stock in that recipe along with the chicken that I put in here. Now, as you saw, all the ingredients that went into my stock, it was pretty simple. I'm not doing anything that's brand new. You'll find in a lot of traditional chicken stocks, you know, our great-grandparents were using chicken feet in their stocks, and they did it because it added great flavor. You saw that I used a whole chicken. I also added the giblets. Giblets, which are typically your organs from the chicken and your neck. I also add wingtips. Giblets, a lot of people may get a little grossed out by, but just putting them into a stock, you're not gonna eat it. It's just adding flavor to your stock. So those are always great to keep. Now sometimes if I go to roast a whole chicken and I don't really necessarily make a stock, or if I'm not making a gravy for this instance, I will save the giblets and put them aside and put those in the freezer along with the wing tips and the chicken feet. Will has helped some of our friends in the community process and butcher chickens, and a lot of times people don't really want to keep the things like the necks and the feet and stuff, but they are so good to put into stocks. So if anyone is listening to this out there and you are typically there butchering your chickens, or you know people that have chickens, always ask, say, hey, when you process these, do you keep them? And a lot of people are gonna say no, and if they say no and you're like, hey, pass them my way, they'll freeze just fine. It's weird when you look into my freezer, you open it and I've got like different like poultry parts and chicken feet, and but it is what it is, such is life, the farm life. I added a handful of fresh herbs. Now you could use whatever you wanted. I will say though, I have used sage. I have put fresh sage in my stock before, and I don't know what it was, but the sage just didn't hold well with the stock going for a couple of hours. So I like to use your more hearty, sticky kind of herbs. So I put rosemary and thyme in there, as you saw. It's still great flavor, but you can do whatever you want. And then of course all the other aromatics, I do garlic, I do 2 leeks. I like putting leeks into a stock of any kind. If I was making a bone stock, I'd put it in there as well. But leeks, I like leeks because you can really use the whole thing, and even those tops, the green tops that most recipes advise that you discard and you only use the white parts, you can use all of that in a stock, and it's just going to give you that much more flavor. And you saw that I also added kombu. For those of you that watched my bone stock video, this is old news, but to catch people up to speed that are watching my chicken stock first before the bone stock. Kombu is an Asian seaweed. It comes off of the Japanese coast and it is minerally dense, so it's great to add into your stocks, and it just adds flavor as well. Where there's medicine, there will be flavor. Always remember that. Like what I did for the bone stock, I'm getting it boiling on one of those back burners on a bigger eye, and then once it has come to a boil, I'm going to move it to a smaller eye on my stove and turn it down to a simmer, and then set my lid just a little askewed on top, just so that way it's not gonna overboil, and we're gonna bring it to that gentle simmer that we're looking for. But thank y'all so much for tuning into our channel today. I hope this video is helpful, and I hope it's answered all the questions for the people that wanted me to put out a recipe on my chicken stock. And I hope y'all have a great day, evening, wherever you are watching this. Until next time, ta-ta.